Hi everyone, it's Heather. I'm going to start some journaling in a moment and I thought you might like to see the process. I'm going to do this very intentionally and I got some incense. It's called a Palo Santo stick from a place on Etsy. So I'm going to light that because apparently that can sort of cleanse the air and give a refreshing smell, and that will, if you add intention, it will help to sort of disperse any negative energy in the room that you're working in. And I am a big believer about how your mindset can make a big difference to how you work and how you live. So I've got myself a tea as well, one of my inner clarities. So I've been enjoying that. I'm listening to a podcast. I've got my printable affirmation cards here as well, and what I'm going to do is pick out one of my affirmation cards. These have been made into a printable. It is available in my Etsy shop, but as the downloadable printable version, and it was actually done on the background. It's a watercolor from a rainbow, a picture that I think I'm not sure whether it was me or my husband took when we were on holiday, but that's a watercolor background, which has been made into the printable background. But what I intend to do is just journal one of the affirmation cards, and I'm going to make this a regular practice. So I'll be picking that out and see how I feel about the one that I've picked out, and we'll go from there. So what I'm going to do is light this stick. I hope I pronounced it right. I don't know whether I did or not. If you have a practice like this, a mindfulness practice, I'd love to hear about it below. Let me know in the comments how you go about starting your journal practice and how you make your mind clear and calm, ready for the work that you want to do, if that's creative or artistic work, or just maybe just the starting your day off or finishing your day off. Let me know how you intentionally create an environment that you feel comfortable to work in. I'd love to hear about it. I think it's just amazing to be more mindful and to perhaps develop some practices. I don't want to say ritual, because I don't know whether it would become a ritual, but certainly something that makes the work that I do a little bit more intentional. Sometimes I'm very much a bull in a china shop sometimes, and I just get on with things and then I create a lot of mess. But I'd really like to get a little bit more intentional about some of the journaling work that I do, particularly this year, because I need to get a bit more clarity in some of the work that I'm doing. So that's just to start off and let you know how I'm focusing on this, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. So I'm going to start this process now, and I'll let you see my journaling process throughout. I'm not sure whether I will end up with anything decent at the end of it, but the purpose is to calm my mind and to give myself a little bit of clarity. So I'm going to light this and see what it smells like, because I've literally never smelled this before in my life. I've got my plate here so that I don't accidentally burn anything. Apparently it just goes out on its own. Looks pretty. I'm thinking of getting a nice soy candle as well. Right, that's creating some lovely smoke. Oh, it does smell nice. Well, this is supposed to help to cleanse crystals as well, and I've got this lovely crystal tree that my husband bought me just after, I think it was just after Christmas. So I put the smudge stick away, and I'm going to pick one of the cards now, and I'm going to work in the recycled junk art journal because I've not actually used it yet. So now that's interesting. The first one that I picked out, I don't have to do everything today. I have a feeling sometimes that I have to get everything done in one day. I tend to overload my palette with lots and lots of activities. I don't always get them done, and sometimes that can lead to me feeling like a bit of a, I wouldn't say failure, but definitely less than sometimes. Maybe not as productive as I should be. And if I look back on some of the items that I do, some of the work that I do, I actually achieve a huge amount of work every single day, every single week. So sometimes it's just to remind myself that I don't always have to overload my mind or my schedule with work, because it doesn't all have to be done in one go, and that's actually really important. So I'm going to work on this today. I don't have to do everything today. It's a really good one to start with, and I'll start working in the recycled junk journal. So join me, I'll speed it up, and we'll see what we end up with at the end. My journaling project. This is the first page in my recycled junk journal, so I'm really pleased with the way this has gone. It's actually the back of a cereal packet, so it was really robust, and although the paper did sort of come off a little bit with some scrubbing, in the main it took quite a lot of paint and battering, and I was really pleased with it. So yeah, I would definitely recommend working on the back of a Weetabix packet. I used some Inktense blocks and some gel crayons. So these are water-based. It's all water-based medium that I was using. And while some of it's quite waxy, I was still able to use a Uniball permanent pen to write over the top of it. Not all of it took the ink, but it doesn't matter because it's just a journaling exercise, so nobody's really going to be reading this afterwards. Although saying that, I started out with my prompt, my affirmation, I don't have to do everything today, and I started writing that, and one of the key things that came out that I felt drawn to just make a little mark on was connect to each task. You will naturally do more, achieve better results, and be more satisfied. And that just came out naturally. So I was really pleased that the prompt was drawing more information out of me very easily, and obviously feeling very relaxed after doing some lovely mindful or mindless art tasks, because I'm not focused on what it looks like. I'm just focused on enjoying myself, the texture, the colours that I'm using, and just the general relaxation of the exercise. So I'm really pleased with how this went. My first page, you have to excuse me, even though I've not been talking, I'm a little bit hoarse today. So I'm going to finish the video there. I hope you enjoyed seeing the process, and I hope it encourages you to work in some of your junk art journals too. I'll link the video where I made this particular journal, and maybe that will inspire you to make something similar. And if you don't mind, give me a thumbs up, because I'd really appreciate that. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care, and remember, you don't have to do everything today either. Bye.